All right, Shalom. Coming out here once again to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, all right, which is America in the Holy Bible, all right. And we are coming in the stead of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, which is our power, all right. Yah, meaning he is, Hawa, meaning to exist or to be, Bahashem means in the name of, and we also have our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, Yah, meaning he is, Hawa Shai, meaning deliver. That is what our power is intended to do, deliver the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, out of captivity, all right, deliver us from the second death. Lord's willing, we are part of that number, which is the missiles, all right, and keep us from the hour of temptation, which is the mark of the beast, which is to be mandatory throughout all four corners of the earth, because the scriptures do say he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so that means obviously it's mandatory. All right, and that mark, all right, goes back to charagma, okay, which is going into a imprint, a stamp, a badge of servitude, okay, which is the RFID microchip, is where I'm getting into. All right, and our Lord is going to keep us from that hour of temptation because it's going to be brought upon the earth, even if we may have to get our heads cut off. You know, we may. I may. I was the one that said it. I may have to get my head cut off. So that's just something you got to keep in the back of your mind, all right? And have faith that Yahweh Shema Shah is going to get you out, all right, of those perilous times. Before we begin, we want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well unto this very day. Shalom to the elect, the sincere brothers, all right, that's out there pushing the word, all right, throughout the four corners of the earth that ain't the road, all right, and now they're preaching the road, all right, working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, all right, and we coming out here again, all right, in the in the belly of the beast, in the valley of the shadow of the death, where anything can get you 10 years plus in prison, all right, and death is imminent, all right, perilous times is imminent. Let me get 2 Timothy 3:1 right quick. Perilous times is imminent, okay, and when you go into that word perilous means imminent danger, okay, so plagues, all right, things of that such is going to come upon the earth because of the pride of this place. Let's get that.
2 Timothy 3:1. 2 Timothy 3:1. And it reads, this know also that in the last days.
Hold on, it said what?
This know also.
This know also. Okay? This is something you need to know. This is what we're doing. Giving you the warning. Blowing the trumpet. Hold that and get Ezekiel 7:14. We're going back to that though. Ezekiel 7:14. We letting you know. You gotta know. You gotta make your next move your best move. In order to do that, you got to know what the hell going on. And who out here, other than us, because it's thousands and thousands and upon thousands, hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands, numbers we can't even come up with, man, of brothers that's teaching that 100% doctrine. Warning, blow on the trumpet. Read on.
This is Ezekiel 7:14. They have blown the trumpet.
They have what?
Blown the trumpet.
What GMS do?
They have blown the trumpet.
Oh, okay. Even when Jake ain't trying to hear the sound, we still blowing the trumpet. Hear he. Like, Jake ain't trying to hear. You know what Jake do? Look more in their phone. They look more into their phone when they walk past us. You know? They turn their head the other way to where they don't lock eyes because they know. They spirit be condemned for real. We are the ones blowing the trumpet throughout the four corners of the earth. From elder apostle to her all the way on down, that's really blowing the trumpet, not just giving you some soothsaying things, man. You know? It's coming from the throne. You know? When you get news from the throne, it may rub you the wrong way. You know? The scriptures going into like the word of a king holds power, roughly paraphrasing in Ecclesiastes 8:4. It may rub you the wrong way. Matter of fact, let's get that right quick. To back me up, I don't want to butcher it. Ecclesiastes 8:4.
Yes, 8:4. This is Ecclesiastes. All right, 8:4. And it reads, where the word of a king is,
where the what?
Word of a king is,
right?
There is power.
And Yahweh said that Babylon the Great finna get destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Now what? Now what? How many people that's gonna rub them the wrong way? And they try to barbecue hot dogs and shit. It say happy birthday to little Dada Man and little Band-Aid over here. You know? Start that over, man.
God. Ecclesiastes 8:4. Where the word of a king is, there is power.
Exactly, there's power. So it's gonna rub you the wrong way. When DJT used to be 45, now he's 47. Now that he done said something, don't it rub some people the wrong way? He in power on the left-hand side. We telling you that Yahweh Shema was said that Babylon the Great gonna get hit with thermonuclear fire. Because you got a lot of Jakes. They like to say this place is legitimate Egypt. No. This place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. There's a Memphis, Tennessee. There's a Memphis, Egypt. Okay? You got pyramids and all that other type of stuff. It get deep now. We ain't gonna get into it. But it get deep.
Also, Egypt means bondage.
Exactly. Goes back to the word Egyptos, you know, which in fact means bondage, you know, because Egypt was called Kemet. It wasn't called Egypt. It was called Kemet at first. But anyway.
Ecclesiastes 8:4. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou?
Right, like, why would you make that decision? Yahweh shot, and then he'll zap you with a damn lightning bolt on the top of your damn crowd. You ain't gonna question DJT about what he doing. So why you questioning Yahweh shot? What the Lord say is law, literally. Like literally, what he say is law. You know why? Because he said, I come in the volume of the book. You understand? So let's get that uh 2 Timothy 3. You know, so point was made on that. You know?
Back at Ezekiel 7:14, right? And it reads, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready.
Exactly, man, because we got to get you ready. How the hell you blowing the trumpet and you picking your nose, spending all that money at the shopping store? How? How? You got to prepare spiritually. Money don't mean nothing in this day. It's not no silver, because you only gonna use that for so long. Gold, you only gonna use that for so long. Money, you seeing that crash. It's all gonna be between you, yourself, and the new founding fathers of this new financial system. It ain't gonna be no more cash app. Hey, brother, can you send me some alms? And ain't gonna be no collections. It ain't gonna be none of that in that day, man. It ain't gonna be none of that. This whole sense of community is over. They are already attacking your so-called rights now, which we never in Huntsville, never have seen rights. We seen privileges here. And it's like that throughout the four corners of the earth. They like to describe it as a right, but really it's a privilege. Having a car is a privilege. Being able to drive, pulling off out of your motherfucking driveway is a privilege. That ain't a right, Negro. That's a privilege. Because you've seen them privileges get taken away during C-19 when you couldn't have your black ass outside. Now let's just keep it all the way a being. I wasn't outside like that. You wasn't outside like that. And if you was outside, it was a certain perimeter you had to be from your house. And it's going to get worse. They got this oil lockdown that they've been talking about. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. So now what? What you going to do then? You know? They're going to wait till all this oil get depleted. They building all of these, barriers and, gates, so, and walls surrounding these perimeters of these cities. Right behind your back, no one is talking about it. To lock you in. And once they put that last slab up, I'm talking about that last slab that they gonna have Jake build. Because Jake gonna build the shit. Just like how Jake building the MOTB for your ass. A whole bunch of Jake Eves with long nails, leggings, and then Air Maxes on. They the ones building your destruction. Esau know what he doing, man. I'm gonna have this woman build it and make her qualified to get it and everything, That's Esau for you, man. Because he's a devil. And we finna get on Eve as well. That's why the Spirit brought it up. Start that over, right?
I wanted to say this. When you had said, maybe look this up, but you said, Jake gonna build the MOTB, man. Jake, I typed it on Google because I saw it on an article, but a black man had something to do with AI, man. A so-called Jake has something to do with AI.
You see what I'm saying?
And this is right here. It says, artificial intelligence was not created by a single person, but rather evolved over decades through the contributions of many scientists, mathematicians, and engineers worldwide. However, recent discussions highlighted that vital foundational work of Dr. David Harold Blackwell, a pioneering African-American mathematician and statistician, statistician, basically somebody that keep up with stats and stuff. While he did not build modern software like chatbots or neural networks, Dr. Blackwell's 20th century work in probability theory, game theory, information theory, and optimal decision making under uncertainty laid the core mathematical groundwork that modern machine learning and reinforcement learning rely on today.
You see what I'm saying? See, Jake gonna have a hand in it. Jake gonna have a hand in it. Esau know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? See, just like with the solar panels and stuff like that, they always have Jake build it. You know, the MOTB, they got Jake building it. Just like how they got Jake at Amazon. The same shit. It ain't nothing but Eve and Amazon. That's all that's in there for real. You know, because her nigga too, that, you know, her ass chose to deal with, too busy selling dope and about to get indicted. You know, so she the motherfucker with the job, working third shift, cheating on this nigga with her work husband. He's mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, through. And they be like, no, what are you talking about? Eve out here doing that. Eve out here proud. Even the good women dressing like whores. She got, I'm talking about, this woman is a good woman, but she is pushed by the culture of black culture. So she got green hair with green fucking swoops to match the shit with fishnets on. Women out here thinking fishnets is an outfit. That's what harlots wear. Harlots wear that. They wear fishnets and high heels with a damn thong bathing suit up under it. That's how they get cute nowadays. Right? They listen to the same music and everything. Throw, gone. And they building your demise. Them same bitches I just mentioned that is still they fucking outfit that they gonna wear to the club and that big ass spa bag. Them the bitches building your demise. Them same bitches work at the IRS. Them same bitches work for NASA. Them same bitches work for the government. Them same bitches is the police. And none of them ain't got their black ass shit together. Right?
I had a precept, just what you was going off of, you know, just like you said, man, even, you know, the so-called good women, man, you know, which, you know, King Solomon said, you know, for every 1,000 women, you know, that he, you know, he met none righteous women, you know, but, you know, even that little small remnant, man, that you would give a woman the benefit of the doubt, you know, that she may have something decent going on, you know, basically the woman with them that had the both parents in the house, you know, even that woman is going off, man. Even that woman is corrupt, right? So this is Jeremiah 51:7, and it reads, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
You see? That made all the earth drunken. See, Esau and Eve been together since the garden. Now, remember that. Eve is the lieutenant of Esau. You think about it, right? Eve, all right. Jake Eve is our woman. Really, all these women is our woman. But Jake Eve is our woman. Let's just be a being. Jake Eve is our woman. Let's, for real. But they've been together since the garden. When they made, basically where she made a pact with the nigga for real. She listened to him. That's like making a pact. You do this, you get this. Okay. And then convince her man. Yahweh Shah seen the whole earth from the garden all the way up to the end. That's why he's that faithful witness, man. He's seen everything from the garden all the way. He's justified to take Esau out the game. He's seen him in the garden. Let's get that where she was different. Because Eve, when she ate that forbidden fruit, you ain't got to get it. When she ate that forbidden fruit, it wasn't a literal apple that took her out the game. No. It was different than the other philosophies other than Yahweh Shema Washai, man. Okay? Other philosophies and things of that nature. Other beliefs. See, Adam, he wasn't the first alive, but he was the first to live. Yahweh Shema Washai chose him. You know? Because it was millions of people already in the Garden of Eden. It just wasn't 2 people and then that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Just to back you up on that, this is real quick, Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
You see?
After the tradition of men.
And that's why the world was made drunken. You see it. Read that over.
Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
It said do what?
Beware lest any man spoil you through
do what?
Lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
Spoil you through what?
Philosophy
and what?
And vain deceit.
Spoil you. Spoil. Let's get that word spoil. Spoil you. Okay? That's the key. Spoil you. If you're spoiled, you ain't shit. You ain't worth 2 dead flies with the wings cut off. You ain't worth a damn. If you spoil, even the Lord tell you not to conquer a child. Conquer is going into spoiling because you're going to destroy that child. They ain't gonna never know the truth, man. That's why Esau got it the way he did, even from the garden all the way on down to now, to keep Jake further away from Yahweh Shema Washai, man.
This is that word spoil. It goes into to carry one off as a captive.
Exactly. See, we ain't God's chosen children. We God's spoiled children. See, that's the problem with our people. We God's spoiled children because we are worse and we expect the best. Get your black ass shit together, man. You don't deserve shit. The Lord can really take your ass out with a ham hock. Read on, man.
That word spoil goes into to lead away from the truth.
To lead what?
To lead away from the truth.
What did I tell you? That's what Esau done did. Had us go further and further and further and further and further away from Yahweh Shema Washai. You know how to say that, hurt. See, Jack be hurt. When you mention ham hock to the Lord gonna kill you, man, Jack be hurt, man. Jack be hurt, man. I love it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I love it. That be hurt. Start it over, man. You said lead what?
To lead away from the truth.
And that's what Jake did, y'all must like it. That's what Esau have done all the way on down with these other heathens to Jake. To make sure that the name of Yashar Allah is no more in our remembrance, man. To keep us a nigga. To keep Jake Eve with green hair and fishnets on. To keep Jake, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Jake male, to keep him, you know what I'm saying, on some, you know, NBA young boy, I want to kill my brother shit. You know what I'm saying? With a big 30. Everybody talking about a 30 and a switch and all this other type of shit. No, y'all niggas be having switches. You know what I'm saying? Why you talking about a switch? They got a switch. Because a lot of these young niggas is you know what I'm saying, is moles anyway. The fuck?
I got this is Psalms 83, and I'm gonna get the point. I'm gonna just start at the top. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And the Lord ain't gonna keep no peace with these niggas. You know what I'm saying, man? The Lord is not keeping no peace by having us out here. And it's gonna turn into physicality. That's what people don't realize though. They don't realize this gonna turn into physical. Not from us, through us, from Yahweh Shema Shai. Because you know you gotta clean it up for these soft ass algorithms. It's gonna be violent. I'll just put it that way. But it's gonna be from the throne, through his people, onto your ass. I mean, come on now. You really think a country, a so-called major, because this is a major city. This is a great city in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why its eyes is set on it. Because it became so great of wickedness. And it's really to justify us being in power. The Lord is purposely throwing Esau in a trick bag just so we can be in power. It's just justifying it. That's all it's doing. The end. So all this shit that Esau doing is just to justify him going into captivity and walking the plank after 1,000 years. From the garden, because Yahweh Shah was present. He's the faithful witness. From the garden as Adam, all the way on down now as Yahweh Shah. He's seen the entire matter. Death row. Death row. Esau is on death row. We are the lawyers, the prosecutors, talking about the things that he's done to prove to the judge why this nigga need to get indicted. That's literally what we do. That's why there's an inquisition on this damn devil. He corrupted our woman and turned her against us. And then took her and fucked her and got her believing having a better life is with this jailed hair nigga. And then this bitch ended up strangled, put to death somewhere, hid up under a goddamn buried in the backyard somewhere by this big glasses wearing ass nigga.
You got other J.E.
with kids, and he killed them too. And then the police got on him and he offed himself. Ain't that a bitch? And all she wanted was a charger, and all she wanted was to have endless snacks and endless Tostino pizzas for her fucking badass little fucking baby that she got with another nigga, and she made one with that motherfucker. We see it all day, man. But you got it.
And as you look on, social media, you see these posts, the videos about it. You have JEs, man. They trying to back up. They trying to take up for the damn the Edomite. You know what I'm saying? They still not seeing the picture, man. They still not seeing the harm and messing with those devils, man.
You always got some black ass J that's ashy as fuck, hood as fuck, ain't got no goddamn mindset in Yahweh Shema Shah defending Esau. The worst of us do. And this devil don't even like you like that. He'll hire his cousin over you. You know what I'm saying? But they always come over there licking Esau wound. We brothers, you see. We brothers. I be looking at Jay. I'll be like, if you don't go somewhere, man, that ain't your brother. And technically, he is your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the same people. But technically, he ain't your brother because the Lord ain't there. So the Lord, you deal with who the Lord tell you to deal with. You just don't be like, yeah, I'm just gonna just deal with it. If his spirit go back to an Edomite, that ain't your brother. If he deny this truth, because you got brothers that can pass for Edomites. You know? You do. But you got Edomites that can pass for Jake too. That's why everything is boiled down to doctrine. Okay? Everything is boiled down to doctrine. So you know who is who in the last days, because you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people, all right, which is the Israelites, you so-called blessed Hispanics and Native Americans, we look like everybody. We pass for everybody because of mixing, because of slavery, because of look at the parable of the wheats and the tares, man. You know?
This is back at Psalm 83. This is verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. All right, starting with what? Making the world drunken. Esau going all the way on down. You see? How can we get the black woman to go against the black man? How can we do that? How can we? You know what I'm saying? It's like they be coming up with, like, in these damn summits, they don't care about the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American families staying together and being the nuclear family and all. No, they want to nuke you. They want to nuclear you. They don't want a nuclear. They don't want the nuclear family. They want a nuclear you. How can we keep these Negroes in the front of this town right here? How can we keep these Negroes far from their power as much as possible? Getting them to go off as much as possible. They know who you are. They not going to tell you because it ain't their business to tell you. It ain't their business to take the names away from us. It took Yahushua to tell us who we are. Because our enemies wasn't. They was going to keep you black, keep you Hispanic, keep you Native American, keep you a spick, keep you a nigger, and keep you all of these other names other than what the hell you really are, and that's an Israelite. They like to play little games with you and keep you a byword because they know if they have you claim Israelite and they say you an Israelite, they got to claim they Esau and they got to give all that stuff back. That building right across the street, they're going to have to go ahead and sign over the paperwork to me. All of this, even this gazebo going to be mine. If that's the case, that means you really stole it. That's why the Lord is justified in bringing these perilous times, because he gonna take it.
Back at Psalms 83 and verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against
crafty counsel against thy people
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Exactly, man. The hidden ones, the Israelites that don't know who they are. You know, that's why the scriptures say when Yahushua said, I am not sent only unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which means Israelites that don't know who they are. If you got all these small hats and they claim that they the people, all of them, okay, great. Why is there war? Why is there news? Why didn't I see Yahushua take you over there? The U.S. government took you over there. The Lord said, every eye shall see him, even the one that pierced him. That means that they not the people. They don't even match prophecy. Yahushua gonna take you home. Not a plane. That plane gonna get burnt up mid-air. That plane ain't gonna make it. You're supposed to be in the chariots, the fathership, and the Lord gonna make his presence known. And we ain't seen Yahweh Shai yet. So those ain't the folk. Let's just keep it. I mean, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, man. All right.
And consulting against our hidden ones, they have said, "Come and let us cut them off."
It's a, what did Esau say?
They have said, "Come and let us cut them off."
We gotta keep these niggas, because if we know that they are going to be close to their power, then we cannot stand up. You know what I'm saying? We cannot stand up against them. We gotta keep them at a lower state, dumb, blind, like a blind dog in the meat house. We got to keep them like that. Otherwise, the Lord is going to constantly whoop them, and you know, we're constantly going to be in power. They are really scared that we going to do onto them like how they did onto us, but we going to do it with class, though. Yeah, you're going to get your ass beat off GP, Esau. You gonna be the new nigger. You gonna be the laughing stock of all of humanity. The same thing, same way how you did us. But we gonna be having spiritual power, and we gonna be doing it in righteousness. You will at least have a family and eat clean food. And after you get your ass beat, at least they gave Jake a couple berries, a slice of half bit off damn toast that had rainwater on it, and a couple pieces of pork fat. That's what they gave Jake. They gave Jake gizzards and fucking chitterlings and the organs, and Jake made liver and onions. You know what I'm saying? Jake just made some shit with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the legs and the wing of the bird. I'm going to eat the breast and the thighs and the... Now they got wings and things at Zaxby's. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You put Jake in the trenches, Jake gonna make, man, Jake gonna make some lemonade, man. You know? Look at all the things that Jake invented to make their life easier in captivity. Look at all the stuff we invented. That's to make our life easier, doing the job. Instead of hand washing it, why not create a washing machine? So where I ain't gotta hand wash all these articles of clothing, I could put a load in. We created doorknobs. You really think Esau is smart enough to create a doorknob? He'll put his hand in the hole of the door and keep opening it, and then walk on the other side, and then that was the story of his life. We created toilets. You ever seen how in the medieval times how Esau took toilets? Just think about a room as big as this, and every single seat here had holes in it. And there was a person at the bottom that shoveled it out.
Changed out like they'll change.
Jake, we like, hell no. We finna create a toilet, and you gonna flush it, and it's gonna be water that's gonna go, and it's gonna... Jake created the toilet. Jake created the air conditioner. You really think Jake want to keep fanning or Edomite all goddamn day doing this shit? Our arms got tired. I'm finna create something that's going to where I ain't gotta be in the room with your motherfucking ass, because I don't even like you anyway. Just hit the fucking button. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Think about it. Read on. Jay created so much stuff, man. It's thousands of things. We created the light bulb. Esau created the light bill.
I was about to say,
you know, same shit.
Esau only create evil shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
the light bill. You know,
if I can
the
add
water bill for the toilet. You know what I'm saying? We created the toilet with the whole water system that's built with it. But Esau created the water bill to where you can't even flush your toilet unless you pay him. You know, and water was here, and water generate. It was just raining bad as hell. Water fall out of the sky for free. Why I gotta pay your red ass for it? But anyway,
if I could add on that Psalms 83 and 5 when it says, "For they had consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." Well, I left off at verse 4 when it says
a confederacy, which is going into like a conglomerate of people. You know, a big conglomerate. You know, all of this for little old you and little old me and little old us. All of that. But they know how much power that we hold as a collective. That's why they want to keep us in a individualistic mind state and to keep us fighting and keeping us on the level of being disrespectful to each other and not being righteous and loving thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that if they keep us not with brotherly love and sisterly love, they know that they can beat us because they know that they make up 15% of the population in the earth any goddamn way. They not the majority. They are really the minority, to be honest. You know, they just want to believe that, you know, Europe is bigger than Africa, which is a fucking lie. I know you lying. Africa is the biggest continent on the face of the earth. And if you believe that Europe is bigger than Africa, you are a part of the problem. But anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on this. Verse 4 it says, "They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And you know, you do that by, you know, like I said, you know, putting us at a dumb state, man, a lower state, man, and also keeping us away from our power, keep pushing sin and you know, on us, man. All right, and keep lying to us and pushing us in darkness, and also setting up over us false prophets, man, false preachers, to make sure we remain in that darkness, man. You know, and I want to touch on this article right here, man. Margaret Sanger, who coined had some basically had coined or started established Planned Parenthood, right?
Yep.
And this is right here. It's the article. It says history of Planned Parenthood, and I'm gonna just read down, and I'm gonna read.
This is one of their devices as well. You know, which is one of their major devices.
All right, I'm gonna just read down, and I'm gonna just give you some insight on who this lady was, man. It said Sanger was so intent on her mission to advocate for birth control that she chose to align herself with ideas and organizations that were obligist and white supremacists. In 1926, she spoke to the Women's Auxiliary of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep, a slot right there. And also she worked with a guy named Lothrop Stutter, which he was a part of the ABCL, which is the American Birth Control League. And they both created Planned Parenthood that the brother is about to read. That's enough.
Yeah, read it. At a rally in New Jersey to promote birth control methods, Sanger endorsed the 1927 Buck versus Bell decision, in which the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states could forcibly sterilize people deemed unfit without their consent and sometimes without their knowledge. The acceptance of this decision by Sanger and other leaders laid the foundation for tens of thousands of people to be sterilized, often against their will. As a result of these choices,
and that sterilization ended up being the birth control pill. Okay, and in that birth control pill, there is two chemicals in it: RU-486 and Zyklon B. And those two chemicals, Zyklon B and RU-486, was used to kill some of the small hats out there in the gas chambers. And they put that in the birth control pill.
It says, as a result of these choices, the reproductive rights movement in many cases, deepened. It deepened.
Hold on, it said reproductive rights. That means you awarded a fucking state. Yeah. What? Reproduction rights? Come on, man. That means you awarded a state. So don't think you just out here just free. Just because you ain't getting arrested and saying that you can't go in your car and drink your beer. Man, get your ass out of my face. Man, if you don't go somewhere, man, you ain't got no fucking rights. You got privileges. They tell you what you finna do. Just like how they told you that you got to get vaccinated with the Maxine Waters, otherwise you ain't gonna have no fucking job. So what you think they gonna be doing with the MOTB? What you gonna think they gonna be doing with martial law? Come on, man.
As a result of these choices, the reproductive rights movement, in many cases, deepened racial injustice in the healthcare system.
Exactly, because that right there turned into Planned Parenthood. And Planned Parenthood in like 1986, it was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of fetuses. From the year 1976 all the way up to now, more Jake Eves aborted more babies than the Vietnam War, AIDS, HIV, gang violence, diabetes, World War I, World War II combined. That's how many babies get aborted. So all of the damn good men that y'all crying that y'all can't find, bitch, you aborted them all. Anyway.
Continue on that. I can get a precept. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath over. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. And it reads, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Exactly. Backsliding daughter. If it ain't for you, Eve, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? You do not give a fuck. That's why you damn women would rather spend money to go get your hair and nails did and you pregnant and you ain't gonna go get no diapers and you ain't gonna go get none of that. You would rather get your hair, nails, and motherfucking toes did, bitch, and pay $250 $300-400 on that. Or pay $500 for a damn Dennis Rodman wig and your baby hair looking like some black ass fucking cotton. Need to comb that motherfucking shit. But her shit fried, dyed, the goddamn just, you know how Eve have her shit all goddamn just, you know what I'm saying? Got one eye showing and shit, you know what I'm saying? With the half eye, you know? And look like Scottie Pippen with that motherfucking wig off though.
Son look like Kodak Black.
Right, son look like Kodak Black. She looked like Scottie Pippen. And her mama looked like Dennis Rodman. You know? All some hood bitches. Her damn fucking mama, 60-something years old, still wearing bodysuits with the damn rock gut because the bitch drink. You know what I'm saying? Just through. With a gold wig on, with ashy feet, with the fucking sandals on, all in the hood. Talk about some Andy is and ain't. I can't stand these bitches, man. You know, man.
Trapping food stamps and shit.
Right, like trapping food stamps and don't know nothing about y'all about your mama shop. But they know how to shake that ass though. Right. It's high. I'm not about to dress like no Muslim. So you gotta have your ass out. So that means you have to have bottom of cheek shown. No, bitch, you just want niggas to look at you. Just keep it above. Stop trying to make it seem like that you can dress like a fucking harlot and I am actually required to respect you. Get the fuck out my face. I treat them how I meet them. If you treat yourself like a hoe, I'm gonna play you like one. Read on, man.
For the Lord had created a new thing in the earth.
What the Lord created?
A new thing in the earth.
Oh, a new thing in the earth. So even the Lord is gonna switch. You know what I'm saying? The gender roles. You know, because mind you, you got the Jake man. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be the leaders of our nation, and you know Jake acting like a bitch ass nigga, a fucking band. You know what I'm saying? Jake out here acting like a band. You know, Jake is bitchy. Jake can't, you know, Jake can't even make a decision for himself. Jake got the Queen of Heaven spirit. Jake don't know which end is up. Jake is looking at his girl for a fucking answer. You know, and you are your mother. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be the man of the house, man. You know, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, look at even in the time of captivity, man. You know, all of this started in the time of captivity too. You know, where, you know, you will have the man, you know what I'm saying, like on the plantation, he wouldn't answer the door. His woman would answer the door and he'll hide. And that even translates even until today. The man is scared to answer the door if there's a so-called Edomite at the door. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh man, baby, go get the door. I'm about to go in there. And then he in the room hiding if it's the police or some shit. That's from fucking slavery, man. That was literally from slavery. So where the woman are either gonna get, you know, GRAPE, or she gonna, you know, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? To where, oh, okay, if he go and bang my chick, then I'm at least still alive. He ain't trying to kill me. You know, that even went into even in the 50s. You know, you got these gray hair Edomites and all that shit nowadays, man. They seen a couple crosses on some niggas' yards, man. They been to a couple picking niggas. Believe that. We in Alabama. They keep that shit amongst their family when they eating raisins in a potato salad and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about. You know, when they eat smoked crab. So where now they got Jake acting like a crab. And we was talking about this off camera that a crab can't walk forward. A crab can only walk side to side and backwards. And they got Jake with the crab in the bucket mentality pulling them down because they can't go forward. A crab will always pull you down. You know? Because that's the mindset they got Jake in, to the point where it's a saying on it, man. A crab can never walk forward. It's not in their ability to. It's only to walk side to side and backwards. That's it. And they got Jake like that, starting from our woman. Got Jake going backwards. Because Jake is being raised to be a nigga his mama don't even want. Read on.
For the Lord Yahweh had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
You said what?
A woman shall compass a man.
That's why you start seeing Esau having a lot of these women get fucking degrees and do all this other shit, get all of this PhD to where now she feel like I'm a PhD. Okay, bitch, so what? You a PhD. You can afford a couple extra Gucci bags, but by the time you turn 80, bitch, you're not gonna be knocking on no table like off Antoine Fisher like that old lady was on Antoine Fisher. All them family members started from her. Fuck is you talking about? Come. she ain't gonna be that bitch. That's why I be telling a lot of y'all females, invest in dog food, cat food, invest in dog clothes and shit, and invest in yarn, bitch, because you gonna be making some fucking outfits for these little niggas. Read on, man. Let's get that perilous.
Three and one. This is 2 Timothy 3:1, and it reads, This know also.
This know also.
that in the last days, perilous times shall
we are
come.
in the last days. That what?
Perilous times shall come.
Perilous times shall come. Imminent danger.
Yeah. That's that word. Perilous, hard to do, to take.
Yep.
Hard to bear.
Hard to bear. Oh man. That's gonna be Eve. You know why? Because she can't use the edge control with that black ass fucking toothbrush that they always keep in the fucking thing with extra beeswax on it. And they be doing this shit. Look, they be drawing that shit hard as fuck. Looking crazy as fuck. And then, you know what I'm saying? 2 hours go by, she done sweated it out. And now it's all, it's
frizzy.
Yeah, it's frizzy popping off the head like a damn Kung Lao sunburn, so a damn hat. Like a brim on a damn hat, man. And it's white. Don't even match the damn shiny ponytail in the back. You see how, like, I just explained how through Eve is, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, we be making funny of it and stuff like that, but look at how through Eve really is, though. Like, the Lord is not finna play with y'all fucking females out here, man. Y'all gonna be enemy number one, target number one in that day, man. And y'all females got OnlyFans and all this other type of shit. You got all of these sexually deprived men out here. They not gonna play with you. You really think they finna play with you? You really think you finna get free food out of a nigga in Jacob's trouble? You out of your mind. If you think you finna get free food out of a nigga in Jacob's trouble, you are crazy. You are gonna get fucked until you give up the ghost. I'm not even playing with you. Like, I'm saying this out of complete fear for you. Because I know how these niggas is. I know how these females do these niggas out here. And I know that these niggas that got done wrong, that they still looking at you and still lurking and watching you. So don't act like they just turn their back and say, nah, I'm just going to do me and she don't want me. Shit. They're going to be like, just the bitch I need to see. Bend over. And then it's over. And then you're going to have about 15 other niggas that's going to hear it and then walk by, stumble by, and then they going to, till you give up the ghost.
I'm going to touch on that. I got a precept on that real quick. This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
You see? And that's going to be a day of evil. See, look, you got a lot of females out here that say that their biggest fantasy is to get gangbanged. The Lord is going to happily oblige you. You got females out here like that. That's freaky as hell. They want a train ran on. You got, I met females in the world that said some shit like that. I'm like, whoa, like, what the fuck? Like, you will hear some crazy shit from a bitch, and you be like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. But these females be on that. So the Lord gonna happily oblige you, though. But there ain't gonna be none you want. You may have 30 gas pipes you will have to deal with, bitch. Can your body handle that? See, females be talking that crazy shit till the crazy shit really happen, and it get presented, and then the little girl comes out in it. Oh, mommy! And they would have no, bitch, you was just on the internet having an apple fly out your ass. Why the hell is you talking like this now? Come on now, bitch. No, the Lord about to happily oblige your freaky ass. And these females be having kids and everything. And they be all on OnlyFans with children. They be having kids, man. Not even caring that your kid finna grow up. And then all his classmates is gonna be seeing your mama. Come on, man. But we talk about that. They call the police and they get mad and they get hurt because we saying the real. Come on, man. Read on, man.
I got a quick precept back you up. This is Genesis 3:4. And it reads, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. And that is why she's so proud, man. You know, she basically feel like she is a Edomite woman. You know,
To the point where she called herself a goddess.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm goddess. Bitch, just because you got hair under your armpit, bitch, don't make you a goddess. Let's just keep it a buck. Because you got a hairy pussy. So what? Like, that don't make you, like, what? These females is retarded. And them be the same bitches with dreadlocks, tall as fuck on their head. Them be the same bitches with all this India, Riaz, jewelry on, looking like fucking Lauryn Hill and fucking Erica Badu type bitches, man.
A bitch have a fucking nose ring connected to a fucking head.
Thinking that she just snap it like snap her face down. That's
Crazy.
they be crazy, man.
You got blinds on her face.
Do you tell her, okay, why you a goddess? These crystals. This crystal ball. And they start bringing crystal balls out and shit. Like, bitch, you just a witch. Get the fuck out of my face. You just a witch. You're not a goddess. You're a witch. You know why? Because you're using divination and all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To get your point across and to prove prophecy. The Lord not even dealing with women. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying, sets the prophesy. Because to have a testimony, you have to have testicles. But anyway.
This is back with that word perilous. Harsh, fierce, and savage.
Man, savage time. Savage time. See, females think that niggas ain't savage like that because they can still call the police and niggas is holding back. Just wait till all that, where that don't matter no more. Niggas ain't gonna hold back on you. You gonna have some women out here getting killed just because they ugly than a motherfucker. You ever seen an ugly female that's just ugly than a motherfucker? Like, girl, yo, ugly, you like that with an ugly chick now? So just imagine in Jacob's trouble, an ugly chick gonna be getting killed just because the bitch ugly. Let's just be real. Just look crazy as hell. Put the bitch down.
Then I had the attitude. You already
That's the spirit, man. You heard that? Hey, call all your watch you outside, man.
God, call y'all outside. God, ugly chick better not have an attitude that day, man. You already ugly. You better not frown up.
Oh man. And pretty women gonna get just as so. Matter of fact, let's get that, man. Ezekiel 9. You know, but you see how Yahweh Shah was that faithful witness that you brought out in Genesis 3 and 4 though? You know what I'm saying? On how you're not gonna die. You know what? I'm not gonna die. And then she go be on the more bullshit and get him up the ante each time. That's the black woman for you. She ups the ante. That's why you supposed to run away from the so-called black woman, man. You ain't supposed to be with her, man. She will get you busted and disgusted. Even though you gotta vet these Edomite women, because I ran across some demons. All right, but they all had Jake friends. So if you go deal with an Edomite woman, she can't have no Jake friends at all. What's the point? She put me making my way downtown, eating grass. You know, she supposed to be on that type shit. Not on no twerking ass and money bag, yo. Man, it defeats the purpose of being with an Edomite chick. I mean, let's be real. Yeah.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city.
What the Lord saying?
Go through the midst of the city.
What death is gonna do?
Go through the midst of the city.
Oh, okay, that's what death is gonna do, huh? Read on.
Through the midst of Jerusalem.
In the midst of who?
Of Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is a people before a place. Read on.
And set a mark upon.
So what?
Set a mark.
Oh, okay, now, you know what I'm saying? That mark is not going into Karama. It's going into Tawa, which means the exemption of judgment. Read on.
to set a mark on upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry.
Exactly, that sigh and cry. That sound like we bitching. It sound like we groaning. It sound like we moaning. It sound like I'm just like, ugh. That's how people look at us. Like, stop your bitching. Get this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's how people, you know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to be bitching. I go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, to say it like that. You're supposed to. Because it said what? Surely oppression maketh what?
Wise man.
A wise man mad. Because if you're not the damsel crying out, that means you like the stuff that's going on around here. That means you like how management is being grown around. Folks not even buying stuff at Walmart no more. Them packages and everything be packages upon packages upon packages. People not eating that food no more, man. People already know what time that shit is. You might as well go ahead and throw that shit away. There was a lady on TikTok that bought a home DNA test and had some, the rolled ground beef or whatever. She sent it in. The ground beef came back with 200 parents.
What?
Yeah.
Came back with 200 parents.
The ground beef.
In the ground beef.
Watch it. Look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. If you think I'm on some bullshit, look it up.
200 parents.
Look it up. It's literally in the ground beef. I was gonna do it too when I get paid. I just want to buy like a little tube of ground beef, and it's in the pork too, chicken, everything. But the lady had some tube ground beef, bought a home DNA test, sent it in, paid the money, came back. The ground beef had 200 parents. And you know, Jay, they like to make nigga tacos, meat, cheese, and Taco Tuesday. That's a Taco Tuesday for your ass.
Ezekiel 94. Upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst
thereof. And I've just mentioned it. Ground beef with 200 motherfucking parents. A human DNA test. Do it. Or you want a burger tonight with mayo, cheese, and lettuce, and you scared to it, or you just craving it. If you got the funds, get a DNA test home. You could buy it over the counter. All them jakes that like to swab them kids and make sure it's yours. Do that with the fuck you eat. And you wonder why your stomach is acting up because you eating a human being. Look at the FBI. The FBI rated that it was a meat processing plant in Detroit. Have you seen that? The FBI rated it, and they found so much human DNA inside of the ground beef, man. And you wonder why your kid's halfway crazy, like the kid off the wild thornberries from back in the day, the little wild little nigga, man. You know, like Bam Bam off of Flintstones. And you wonder why your kid is Bam Bam. And his nickname is Band-Aid. Jumping off shit. You know, man.
God. All the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
You see what the Lord gonna do? Smite. Smite means that he gonna hit you really hard with a death blow. You know? And the Lord speak through plagues. The Lord speak through, death. You know? That's how the Lord make his point. Look how he did Egypt. You know, with all of the plagues. You know? And it led to that ultimate plague. You know, them being washed up with the water, man. And the Lord is going to do the same thing with this place being washed up with the fire. as a lake of fire because it's gonna move like a lake, like the current. You ever seen a current in water? That's how the lake of fire is gonna be, man. Like a current of water. You understand? You know.
Uh, and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity.
Exactly, man. See, the Lord ain't, he is not a respecter of persons. He's gonna do y'all females in, man. Because y'all females think shit cute. You know, females think they got pretty privilege where they can just plump up some titties and get a warning. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. The Lord gonna slap the shit out of your big head ass. Because all of your big titty females be having big ass foreheads. And the Lord gonna really just go in your shit. Forehead style. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all females is really proud as fuck. Thinking all y'all gotta do is plump up some titties. And this sexually deprived nigga that you planned on not giving no snatch to, just supposed to just operate because you a bitch. Get the fuck out my face, man. A lot of y'all bitches gonna be getting punched in y'all fucking face if y'all be talking too loud in that day. Because females feel like they can just smack a nigga in the face and twerk in front of that nigga because she can call the police and just because she look about something, she think pretty like, oh my God, I might just be the damsel in distress. Then everybody, man, that damsel in distress don't worry. You know why? Because this nigga got bills to pay and he got food to eat. And bitch, you ain't gonna give him no pussy anyway, and he caught on. So bitch, he just gonna let you get hit with a brick. And now you're brick lady. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't defending females like how they was back in the 50s and shit. Hey yo, hey, man, that's a woman over there. Niggas ain't doing that shit no more, man. Niggas is laughing with their phones out, letting the bitch get her ass beat. What are you saying? Stop playing with me.
Hey, it's men that basically anticipating all that.
And that's a high percentage of men because I'm one of them. I'm not about to intervene in God's plan. If I see a bitch get her ass beat, I'm just gonna watch her get her ass beat and just keep walking down the street. I am not going to intervene in God's plan. Obviously, it's something you doing. You probably scoffed the prophets. So yeah, I'm gonna get a couple glasses and keep walking. I'm not about to be automatically obligated to save your ass on the Captain Save-A-Ho mission. And then I try to get your number after saving your ass, and you say I got a boyfriend. That's Eve for your ass, ain't it? You opened up the door for Eve nowadays. She don't even say thank you. That's what your black ass supposed to do, right? No, the Lord finna just smite. Because these women out here proud, man, to the point where they can be asshole, half-ass naked, look like she need to go buy the rest of the outfit, and clearly walk past the police and do not get arrested for indecent exposure. But if a nigga walk out with some boxer briefs on, he gonna get indecent exposure. let's just be real. But this woman can have her entire breast out, have her entire vagina out, have her whole butt out, and it's see-through, it's fishnet. You can see everything that God made on her, but she don't get arrested for indecent exposure. But I will get arrested for disturbing the peace, for cussing her ass out about it, telling her that you need to put on some fucking clothes. Right. You know, it's just the double standard of the retardedness here in Babylon the Great. You know?
That two-piece that she got on that's painted.
Right. A painted two-piece.
It's not enough, man.
She ain't naked because she got pasties on. Right. And it's covered over so she don't see the nipple part. You know, she got it covered.
Airbrush outfit.
Airbrush outfit on because the bitch can't go buy one. So the bitch got to finesse the tattoo artist down the street that actually want to fuck her, and then she gonna finesse him. Oh yeah, what about all the women that be fucking for tattoos? All of y'all females, all them sleeves and all the flowers and all that shit going up. You fuck for that tattoo. I used to tattoo.
Hey, but
bitches ain't trying to pay $175 for no tattoo.
I can add though. That's goes with that woman shell capacity, man.
Yeah.
Here in the Babylon, man, hey, the woman gets her way, man. And that way is evil, man. Because you're supposed to forsake your way, man. Forsake your thoughts.
She gonna compass that man in every aspect, from her job to how she eat to how she live. Cause look at Jake. Look, you always got a bum ass nigga living with some chick that got some shit. You like, God damn, like this. How do all of y'all bitches always got some shit in here? Like, she got a curio cabinet with china in it and matching dishes, and she with this nigga over here. Like,
even the chicken project got 2 cars.
Right, you said the chicken project got 2 cars. Even that Nissan Altima. You know you're gonna keep a Nissan and a damn Chevy Impala. They gonna keep them too, like a 04. You know what I'm saying? Man.
God. Need to have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, right. Both maids and little children and women.
It said what? Maids, little children, and women, man. So it ain't gonna be no respect. It's gonna be 2-year-olds going. Little TT baby bad as fuck now. Know what I'm saying? Don't let that little high yellow skin fool you. And those little puff balls in, don't let that fool you now. You're right, and that little squeaky voice, don't let that fool you now. Because you told her to stop stealing them cookies and she kept stealing them. She stole some up out the stove. She pulled a bag of chips from the bottom of her shirt. Like, where the hell you get that bag of chips from? I would think them on the thing. No. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get put to death too. Because it's the spirit inside of that body. It ain't the age. People get caught up on that. It's the spirit. Jeffrey Dahmer used to be 2 years old. And this nigga eat niggas' brains. Like, what the fuck? Like, think about it. Jeffrey Dahmer was 2 years old at one time. And then look at that nigga. Look at his story. John Wayne Gacy was 2 years old at one time. And he turned into the real it. One of the most famous serial killers. He was 2 years old at one time. So it's, what I'm saying? The Lord is not a respecter of person. And you got Eve out here teaching their daughters to twerk and pop that little bony ass hip out with the damn shit, taking pictures. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Teaching her daughter to pop that bony ass hip out with the damn shit all like this and with a sassy face and all that. Come on, bro. Teaching her to be obstroparious, which means defiant towards authority. And you look at Eve now, you can't tell her shit. Even them kids, you can't tell them shit. Well, my mama said you got fuck you and your mama. I pay the bills. Did your mama tell you that? Did your mama tell you eating my food? That's my food you eating up. Did your mammy tell you that? I don't give a damn about what your mama said. You can leave with your mama. It don't take much for me to eat in here. It really don't. And if she want to get mad or I'm talking to her little badass, you can take the little nigga nuggets with you and make my life easier. Shit. Anyway.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Exactly. It's because Jacob's trouble is for 2/3 Jacob. All right? These heathens. It ain't for us. We going through our Jacob's trouble right now. Think about it. We going through our Jacob's trouble right now when the world is intact. Jake ain't eating on the regular. Jake get their ass whooped. Jake got bummy clothes. Jake trying to find a come up some way, somehow. Jake praying to get something, and Jake calling on you. How about Shema Shai? Jake still trying to stay in the faith, still getting their ass whooped. Don't that sound like our life? While the world is intact. So when the world go to shit, it's gonna be trading places. Now the Lord gonna judge them when it's time to, and He gonna bless us when it's time to. This is the beginning of our comfort. If you believe that the Lord gonna kill your ass, it's something your ass is doing that you need to check out the motherfucking thought. Fuck the dough. If it's at the door, it's too early. Check it at the thought, nigga. This judgment for them. Everybody that denied you and denied the truth, that denied Yahweh Shema Messiah, those that hate me, love death, is what Yahweh Shema Messiah said. You know.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Exactly. Jake that know who they are. So all of you goddesses that know you're Judah and got the hairy armpits with the fucking tall dread fucking bun, it's gonna start at you too, bitch. So don't think just because you know a couple witchcraft spells and you can shove a candle up your ass and you snap your fingers and the nigga will come to the door. Don't think that shit gonna get you out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get put to death. All right? The Lord not gonna play with you witches. The Lord not gonna play with none of you motherfucking females, man. Especially you niggas that act like the broad. The Lord finna do y'all niggas in too. You patos. You know? But anyway.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
You know, so hey, point is made, man. Jacob's trouble, you know, is imminent danger, man. All right. You know. So Lord willing, that this is edifying. We want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Root Great every day. Shalom to the elect. Sincere, Akim, Akwati, and Wabayim, the brothers, sisters, and children of Israel. That is maintaining them lamps, trimming them, making their calling and their election sure, and working out their own salvation and trembling. So in the next one, I'm Shalom.